Hello and welcome to La Rosa Reads. I'm Denise La Rosa, and today I am super duper excited to share with all of you book love bugs my December reading plans. Let's talk books. Here we are in the last month of 2023, and it's going to be an exciting one for me when it comes to my reading plans. I have 6 books on my December TBR. I have some regrets of some books that I didn't get around to, but I'm not going to push it for the end of the year. Look, the books are here at my house, or they're in a library or bookstore somewhere. I am in no rush. I will do whatever the mood tells me to do. So here are my books that I hope to read in December. The last time I was hanging out with Kevin Wilson was back in 2020 whenever I read Nothing to See Here, and I am looking forward to reading Now Is Not the Time to Panic. And now is the time to take this sticker off the book. Hold on. Okay, that's fine. I don't really remember much about this book other than the fact that it's a coming of age novel, and Kevin Wilson had me cracking up and thoroughly entertained with Nothing to See Here. And I don't know. I have a feeling he might do the same for me with this one. Okay, we've got a 16-year-old, Frankie Budge, is determined to make it through yet another boring summer in Coalfield, Tennessee, when she meets Zeke, an artist new to town. Okay, we got a country town. We got some couple of fun characters. We've got an artist. I'm so far entertained and intrigued. One day, they make an unsigned poster with an enigmatic phrase, and it becomes unforgettable to anyone who sees it. The posters begin appearing everywhere, creating suspicions about who is behind them and what they could mean. Soon the mystery has dangerous repercussions that spread far beyond the town. 20 years later, Frances Budge gets a call that threatens to upend her carefully built life. A journalist is writing a story about the Coalfield Panic of 1996. I was 15 in 1996. Okay. Might Frances know something about that? Now Is Not the Time to Panic is a nuanced exploration of young love, identity, and the power of art. Yes, yes, and yes. It's also about the secrets that haunt us and ultimately what the truth will set free. Mwah! I am here for it. Kevin, I think you did me good yet again. Okay, folks, I'm a little frustrated with myself, a little disappointed in myself at the fact that I have yet to read this book, and it is like making all the list. It is, I believe, the Barnes & Noble book of 2023. It's one of the, if not the number one best book of Amazon's list for 2023, and it is by none other than one of my all-time favorite authors, James McBride. It is titled The Heaven and Earth Grocery Store. Yay! I'm excited already. So this is the genius responsible for Deacon King Kong, and that book is living rent-free in my mind since I read it in 2020, thanks to A. Marie from A. Marie's Book Club. I knew that James McBride was going to be one of my auto-buy authors, like as soon as I opened the first page of that book. So I didn't even know what the heck was going on with this one. I just knew that James McBride wrote it, and that's all I needed to know. Okay, I'm loving this era. It's 1972, when workers in Pottstown, Pennsylvania were digging the foundations of a new housing development. The last thing they expected to uncover was a human skeleton. Who the skeleton was and how it got buried there were just 2 of the long-held secrets that had been kept for decades by the residents of Chicken Hill. Okay, this is a neighborhood where immigrant Jews and African Americans live side by side, sharing ambitions and sorrows. All right, so we've got a lot of characters. I mean, there's like a whole list. And as the novel unfolds, it becomes clear how much the people of Chicken Hill have to struggle to survive at the margins of white Christian America, and how damaging bigotry, hypocrisy, and deceit can be to a community when the truth is revealed about the skeleton. All right. Okay, James, I see you, Bill. I see you. He had such a wonderful presence, enigmatic presence, and just, he's a musician. He's so interesting. And A. Marie had a conversation with him for her book club. Please go to A. Marie's IG page and dig it up and find it, because you got to learn more about this man behind all of these amazing New York Times best-selling books. I cannot wait to read The Heaven and Earth Grocery Store. I bought this book, I want to say like a year ago, like this time last year. Whatever. The point is, it's been collecting dust on my shelves, and I don't know what's preventing me from reading it. I'm really into romance novels. I'm into royalty, all of the things, because we've got a hip hop artist, so I love music. And she is performing, and there's a prince that she's performing for. They're fond of each other, and, sparks fly. You would have thought that I would have read this immediately. I don't know why I did not do that, but here we are. And I think I've talked about this before, so I'm not going to go on and on. What I will say is this romance seems fun. It seems like it's going to have twists and turns, and I am here for it. I am looking forward to reading several romance novels for my final reading month of 2023, and this one is at the top of the list. Southernmost is going to be a very emotional read for me, and I think that's why I'm hesitant to start. I've been reading some emotional books lately. This one in particular just seems so moving, and I've been wanting to read it since September, but now is the time. I feel like it's time to just cozy up and go on this journey with these characters. So I've read the synopsis before on La Rosa Reads. What I will say is that there was a flood that washes away much of a small Tennessee town, another small town in Tennessee, and there's an evangelical preacher who offers shelter to two gay men. And of course, as you can imagine, that puts his integrity, his reputation to the test. He's learning more about himself and acceptance and more about love. And of course, it's going to be gripping. I hear Silas Howes is a fantastic author, so I definitely hope to get to this book by the end of the year. The last two books are not in my hands yet, but I have placed a hold on them at my local library, and they're both romance novels. The first one will not be a stranger to you here on La Rosa Reads. It actually was the book that was the end result of my quiz that I took not too long ago on what should I read next. If you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out, and I encourage you to take the quiz as well. I have taken a book riot quiz before this one, and I had a lot of luck with it. So I'm hoping that Love and Other Disasters will be a fun time for your girl. I think we have this TV baking show, and there's two characters on the show. One has been recently divorced. There's a non-binary character, love interest of hers. And so she's just kind of thrown into this reality TV show world and thrown into a romance. I don't want to share too much more, because check out my other video to hear the complete synopsis. But it sounds intriguing enough that I'm willing to give it a go. And the other book I have on hold is a winter read called Love in Winter Wonderland. This is a young romance and seems like a lot of fun. We've got books, we've got romance. So we've got 17-year-olds Trey and Ariel embark on a hate-to-love journey when they band together to save Trey's family's business, the longest-running Black-owned bookshop in London. Hello, I am here for it. And you know what? I did forget. There is one more book that I hope to get to, and it's called The Kingdom of Sweets. I will have to pick that up from an indie bookstore soon. And I already shared that book with you in the upcoming releases video that I put out not too long ago. So to learn more, take a look at that video. Yay! I think we've got a fun time lined up for your girl in December. What do you have lined up to read this month? Please let me know. I am excited to see how your last reading month of the year turns out for you, what you're hoping to get to, what you regret that you never got around to this year or won't get around to. Let me know all the things by chatting it up with me in the comment section below. And in the meantime, happy reading. Toodaloo.